We narrowly avoided disasters. We took on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Drake May got injured, holding his knee in agony. It was revealed that he had an ACL injury. Thankfully, it was an ACL sprain, and he is technically cleared to play. However, he's kind of at a 60-70% good-to-go status, which definitely leaves a little room open for a re-injury risk, which means that he will be deactivated this week going up against the New York Giants, another NFC East matchup, just done taking on the Cowboys, who just played us in the Super Bowl that we won against them in, and we did a pretty good job there, so feeling pretty good about taking on these Giants, even with Joe Milton at quarterback. This is what the starting lineup's going to look like. We had Leary in preseason, and Leary will return as the backup. Now, I don't expect him to see any time, but you got to be careful. You do not want to be left shorthanded. Obviously, if Drake May has to come in as the number 3 reserve guy, it would look really bad and stupid because you ended up re-risking his injury anyways, and you risked the game by not starting him, but that's really the situation. You have a 1, you have a 2, and then Drake May as the very last case kind of emergency player. But I really like where we're at. The offense looks pretty good. The receivers look great. Ramondre looks like he hasn't missed a beat. Offensive line has been pretty consistent. The tight end's been good. And, there's some morale problems, but that should be solved shortly after we keep winning some of these games. And then obviously defense looks faster than ever. The pass rush looks very good, actually. It looks pretty good. The coverage has been great, and honestly, this is a team that is primed to maybe make another deep run. Obviously, we have the New York Giants here and a couple of different kind of scenario situations going on. But let's take a look at the injury report for the New York Giants. Technically, we don't have anyone, but obviously a non-practice from Drake May, and that injury re-risk is there. The Giants, no injuries, but they could be dealing with something themselves similar to us where, not technically injured, not technically going to make the list of players that are out, but, questionable into out once the game actually begins. But here are the Giants, who have Johnny Wright, 82 overall quarterback with a little bit of acceleration, some pretty good throw power, and all mid-80s for throw accuracies with higher than that in medium. Running back Devin Singletary is the starter. Not really sure what they see in him as a starter over some of their faster options, but I suspect another pretty good defensive day on the ground. Been pretty good defending the run so far this season. Malik Neighbors, the wide receiver 1, looks great. Tutu Atwell, serviceable number 2. I don't know if I really like him as their number 2. And then an even shorter player, number 3, in Rondale Moore. Size problems, definitely a thing here in New York. I'm not sure what they're doing there. Theo Johnson's still developing. He's still pretty young, though. I think he's 25, if I had to guess-ish. Really athletic, huge, and some pretty good catching, decent route running ratings. Good jumping as well at 90. Left tackle Andrew Thomas obviously regressing, but still in that good category. Left guard, I don't know what they're doing here. Center, solid, serviceable. Right guard needs some work. Right tackle, developing, needs some time. Keep going. Mike Dana, need a new left end. Right end, Odembayo. I'm not sure what they're doing here. That regression, that progression is gone. It's starting to regress. Dexter Lawrence, still one of the best DTs in the league. Jerzon Newton makes his way over to the division rivals. Interesting to see him let go. Really good signing there. Thibodeau as the left out. Middle linebacker Okereke with not a whole lot of speed at the number 2 spot. And then right outside linebacker Brian Burns still going strong. Corners, Deontay Banks is kind of developed. Still a little raw in the coverage. And then Andrew Phillips, amazing zone guys. So if they play some zone, they're in some pretty good spots, especially with Elam at the number 3 spot. Free safety, Newman, not the best in speed, but pretty smart with man and zone coverage being really high too. And then a lot of speed and size with Marquise Bell, a 6'3" guy who is really fast. Kicker and punter, pretty low end kick power for those guys, 90 and 91. Of course, we do have a linebacker breakout, which we'll go into right now. Take a look at who that is. I mean, there's multiple different guys, but I think I have a pretty good idea who it's going to be. Yeah, Trenton Simpson, who did have a pick. 6+ tackles and an interception. I think I'm going to choose a new goal. 6+ tackles for a guy that's, kind of rotating a lot. 3 tackles for a loss. So they give us a chance to literally just redo that. Why would I ever do that? I guess tackle for loss instead of sack, interception, or forced fumble. Do you think... I think the tackle for loss probably is the better one. So, I mean, we basically do nothing, right? Actually, it was interception instead, wasn't it? So, I mean, here it is, 6+ tackles and a tackle for a loss to get Trenton Simpson, the big ticket, or one of the big ticket free agent items to Superstar Dev. It would be amazing if he did. Of course, regional focus scouting. I mean, what do we really need? Do we just go based on what they're saying we need? Set focus, QB corner, right end. Do we really need a right end? I mean, I guess we'll go right end. It's the strength there for the region. And then they also have wide receiver, which I don't see as a need, but if you're strong there, scouting-wise, and you're skillful at it, might as well. And then you can see here, outside linebacker, interior offensive lineman. Actually got a lot of those positions at the weakness. I think I'm just going to go tackle, I suppose. Not really the best scouting situation going on, but, for what we need, it was kind of the best case scenario. And then the yap has been long, so let's get into this weekly strategy, do all that stuff, and head on into game 1 of 2 for the episode. As far as what they do well, not a whole lot. Offense looks pretty bad, so we're going to defend the short pass to kind of keep close tabs on the run game and the short pass because you don't want to get that ball out quick when you're not a good offense. And then, of course, defending the run seems to be pretty easy as is, or they're bad at, stopping the run, so don't really need to focus on that as is. Let's go medium passing, even with Joe Milton out there. Call me crazy. That's going to be the plan. We're going to do all this training and all that, and then hop really right in outside of some upgrades. We have Andrew Booth as one of our guys, but also Mr. Warmack, who obviously is kind of missing a little bit of everything. Going to go with pass coverage first, just to see if we can get some athleticism ratings, which will help everything across the board. 2-to-zone coverage. Would have loved to see some man coverage in there, but that's fine. Still a pretty nice upgrade. And like I said, the yap was too strong, so here we are starting out the game. Greedy McKenzie, no interceptions, no touchdowns, but 14 tackles. Not really sure why they're showing that stat. That's kind of a weird stat to show up for a cornerback. I mean, those are weird stats to show up for anyone. Even if it was like a one-game situation, it's like, yeah, cool, a lot of tackles. It doesn't really show you much of a story at all. You can make the argument, they're all over the field, but I would make the argument that they're just being too conservative and not, breaking the ball up, forcing fumbles, all that good stuff. But obviously, this is going to be Joe Milton's offense to command. Drake May going to be sitting sidelined for one more game. It was a pretty close call. The season was looking very bleak for a moment. It was looking a little scary. I mean, of course, we have a lot of faith in the guys on the team. I think, any of the quarterbacks here could definitely give us a chance at a playoff run, at least making the playoffs. But, yeah, losing Drake May would definitely be one of those, yep, it's over. Even if it might not physically be over, there's a good chance that it could be. And we're going to try to avoid that as much as possible. I've given him one more week to kind of relax a little bit there as, like I said, he was in a lot of pain, holding that knee. Anything can happen. As far as anything can happen, they're going to return the ball for a decent little return to the 30-yard line. Let's take a look at this quarterback right. It's decent overall. He's pretty young, still developing. The weapons here are a little iffy. You got Malik Neighbors, but that's kind of it. 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Not really a great performance for one would consider to be the franchise QB. First snap, are they going to run the ball? They are going to run the ball. We get the blitz, and we don't finish the tackle, but a great job by Gamble to clean up Dial's mistake. A gain of 4. Could have been a loss of 3. So we said stay near the line of scrimmage. Well, even if we aren't going to actually be defending the pass, we should still be up to be able to make a play on the ground attack. We can't get over them. That crosser not really open. The quarterback's going to have some time to throw, and he's going to take the sack. Was it actually Uche? It looked like it was Ojulari. That number looked like 56, not 55. But Uche with a great one, of course, more of a coverage sack than anything, but did the job. Why is he not throwing it away? Why is he not doing something with the ball? I'll never know. They give him a pretty good amount of time to at least step into it and throw it somewhere. Well, again, it could not have come at really a better time. We're not going to get over the screen. Barmore's trying to chase him down. Can't get in. There's no way on 3rd and 16. They're going to convert it for about 20. Maybe I spoke too soon talking about this is the team to have it. This is the perfect time. Maybe not so much. Going to keep the running back pretty open here, and they're going to throw it away. I thought maybe he was going to give it a chance, but nope, throw it away. Pretty good blocking so far. There's Trenton Simpson, the man that needs a tackle for a loss, and 6 tackles in general. It's a lot to ask for, but it is also Superstar Dev, which is a lot of reward to ask for, and I didn't know that was going to. I thought it was going to go to Malik Neighbors. Once again, Theo looking huge. Let's go with Mr. Mack. I didn't even know Mack would be starting here. Did Uche get hurt? He got a sack and then got hurt. Wide open. Oh, wow, what a find. I didn't think that's who he was going to throw to. I thought he was going to throw to the other guy who sat down, maybe opening that route up, second level. Very good play, though, to convert another 3rd down. You can see here, I was looking, and, I didn't know what the hell was going on here. It felt like everyone was pretty well covered. As soon as that ball was thrown, somebody jumped. Yeah, what's going on with this D-line here? Like, we got no Cobb. We got no Ojulari. I see no Cyan. Got the whole damn backup squad going on. Okay, now the starters. I don't know what's going on here. And we're not going to get in there. Another really nice run. They're actually running the ball pretty well. Huge hit by Gamble, but holds on. Singletary to the 23. Tell you this much, we aren't running the ball that well. And this is a pretty good start. Oh, it was a pretty good play. Oh, there's the blitz. Beasley with another one on the year. Multiple on the season. We actually played that really well. We picked up the running back so well that I thought he was actually blocking and thought he was coming to us. Like, it genuinely looked like, you know, he was like, okay, I'm on your side now. Spin move, Uche, not going to happen. Trenton gets beat, sort of. Gain of 9. I got to be real with you. I don't feel good about Trenton's ability here, his chance at going to Superstar. Even if I blitz him here, like, will it work? Guess we'll have to wait and find out. Drag route. Nope, he's going to go to the tight end. A little behind him, but it's good enough when you're that open. First down to the 9. Bring some extra bodies in there to try and stop this run. I don't know where the hell... That was a pretty good play by the DT, and oh, that's a huge loss by Singletary. Loss of like 6. Yeah, I was going to say, where is Trenton, who is in now, but he wasn't a second ago. A little motion, see if they flip us. They will not. And, oh, it's a perfect throw. Singletary not going to make it in, of course, kind of on the smaller side, but good defense. Give us a chance at a stop. I mean, let's be real, no one believes in it, but... And, okay, maybe they do. 4th and goal from the 4. Wow, good stop. I forgot there was no first down there. I thought that was going to be like, you know, first down that play was. Instead, it's going to be a 4th and goal field goal at the 4, and the freaking camera is still messy. And here it is. This is where the worries begin. We're now on offense. Joe Milton will command the... well, I guess we're not on offense. We got to wait, but, you know, there's a pretty good chance that they were going to get a stop on that, special teamers. But, you know, going to command the offense now. Wasn't bad, but definitely a little more... worried, definitely not as confident. And we're going to rely even heavier on that run game. Polk's not the fastest man, but he is very elusive, very deceptive man. And, yeah, I mean, there he goes. Not really that fast, but gains about 5. Good blocks. Maybe that early juke move not needed. Could have probably just ran into the spot. Either way, we still gain yardage. Left side, Stevenson. Parham with some really good second-level blocking, kind of. I mean, there's a huge play to the 47, nearly 20. Going to the inside zone. I know they got a lot of linebackers up, but I still like it. Oh, good job off the edge. I don't know who that is, but the speed got us. Of course, Stevenson with a great game last week. Kind of needed to, as you know, that injury from Drake May kind of sprung up on us. Once again, did get that stop, sort of. So, you know, 3-point deficit. You could definitely work with that. Nobody on Douglas, who is... one of the clutchest players on this team, gets a stiff arm on Thibodeau of all players and gets to the 34-yard line for a first down to end the first quarter. Not really a whole lot of highlight plays going on in this first one. Really low scoring, 3-0. Kind of almost rivalry type matchup. First and 10, going to hand it off to Mr. Stevenson on the inside zone. No help, so we're going to try to cut it back inside to gain some sort of reinforcements. Don't for only a yard. Actually going to try to throw the ball for once now. See if we can do something with Milton. Go to the tight end. Really good throw, and there goes Faulkner. As if nothing happened to the 16-yard line. Beautiful play. You're going to trust Milton because, you know, he's a big dude. He's got a big arm. Kind of want go routes. I'm thinking they're not covering Faulkner. They might have been, but they're not covering the running back. Good play for Stevenson for 7. Excuse me, 8. I felt pretty confident about where we were headed there to call it before he was even tackled, but... oh, they're going to leave the running back just open enough. Not a great throw, but a good throw to the 5. Got kind of like a little sprint out play. I've never really been a huge fond person of these, but we'll try it anyways. Yeah, we're not going to have anywhere to go. Throw it away. Gets hit. Maybe something we should avoid, you know, when we only have 2 QBs rostered and they're not that great. Jet sweep. And we have the numbers. See if we actually have the blocks. And we don't. We also have a hold. I'm pretty sure the guy that got us actually was held. Looked like he was hooked. It's kind of wild if it was. Can't tell. It's definitely, you know, center / left side of that line. All right, going to have to get a little more aggressive here on 2nd and goal from the 15. It's a lot of yards to make up. Faulkner. It's a good throw. If he would have broke the tackle, it would have been a touchdown to the 7. And they got like short little routes inside, but you also do have Douglas to the end zone. Polk, who is going to get in the end zone for a touchdown. Great read, great poise with the blitz, and they just kind of made it a little too easy. they widened open the area that we were actually looking at the entire play. So it's going to be pretty obvious to notice those types of things when we were basically going to force it there no matter what. A little behind him, but for a good reason. We try to actually get him to turn around to avoid that hit, but hey, it is what it is. Touchdown's a touchdown. Yeah, I don't know if they refused to return it or not, but they're at the 20-yard line instead of 30, which is usually not something you see. And a little underneath, swishes the wrong guy. Great tackle as he actually kind of shifted himself away. A little shimmy shift. Got a bunch of linebackers up trying to stop the run. Got the whole squad up. We got speed. Trying to get there with Warmack, and we do. I actually thought we overran it, but we actually, with the speed, of course, lack of size from Devin Singletary, we're able to bring him down to make it 3rd and 1. I mean, I do like the linebacker blitzes, but obviously you can see there's a bit of a danger with these. You don't get in there, there's a deep shot waiting to happen. And we don't have to worry about that as we do get in there. Ojulari, part of the action. Didn't see who the other guy was. Obviously one of the linebackers, probably Warmack. And it sure as hell looked like it to me. Crosser from Faulkner, a couple of setups underneath. Douglas ran way too good of a route to throw it anywhere else. 1st down. I mean, when Douglas does that to you, what do? You know, you got to just make it happen. Of course, clock's not really a concern, so we're trying to get that clock moving even more. Oh, wow, we did not block that edge. And right now, the run game is not doing anything. We had one really nice run, and that was kind of it. See if we can get something going right before the 2-minute warning. And we'll hike it. They're going to give us wide open Faulkner. I mean, I'm going to take the wide open drags, out, shorts, you know, slants, anything. As long as it gets us down the field, I'm not afraid of it. Go inside zone. And really good blocking. Somehow he didn't get finished. Really good recover by the Giants there, but still going to be a 1st down. Huge opportunity there. And they just couldn't bring him down. Couldn't get him. Pretty good blocking. And we're going to set up a little bit better blocks, but yeah, now we're kind of running out of time a little bit here. Let's go back to it with a little bit of a pass look. See if Polk wants to get open. They are going to be bringing a little bit of a blitz. It's going to be a tough one. A little underthrown. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. Linebacker there probably knocks it out. 3rd and 6. I feel like a team that's kind of getting comfortable with the blitz is a perfect time to run a 5 wide. It's going to be really tough to cover. I don't see how they can cover everything here, though. Am I crazy? Like, how do they cover Douglas and cover that go? I guess just like that. Stand and deliver. Huge play. Patton all the way down to the 7 with the fight. Really, really good blocking. That was about as easy as you can get. Giants pass rush is actually really struggling right now, which is surprising. We've had teams with less do more. 7-yard line screen pass. A lot of these plays just never work, so we'll try it. Be the first to do it. And you can see it will work this time. Stevenson not really feeling his presence in this game too much. Will find his way onto the board whether he likes it or not. And there you go. Stevenson into the end zone. Really didn't get that many touches, but on the board with a score. So you got to remember, this is a Trenton Simpson breakout game. Oh, that's a chance. I do not know why he didn't pick that off. Maybe he misjudged it. He was like, okay, the guy's got to step on me. If he throws this end zone, you know, I can't catch it. And he's like, oh, the ball is actually obtainable. I should just knock this out, make sure it's not being misread. But I don't know. I still think he had a chance there. Screen pass. Doesn't get away. We're going to be calling a timeout. 3rd and 13 is tough to get out of. I can't believe we're not covering the other side. Okay, maybe he knew better than I thought. Huge 1-on-1 tackle. 4th and 15. We're going to force him to punt it. No Thanksgiving for you, buddy. Get a block. And there goes Harper. Trying to create something. Obviously, we'll have one timeout with a little bit of clock. It's the perfect time to try and make something happen. The worst part is he probably could have actually just wreck caught it, but we went with the aggressive, just in case he got a piece of him. Yeah, we're just not going to have enough time. They're going to start developing that pass rush a little bit. And they will get it there. It's going to be a punt from us. Yeah, what are we going to see? About to say secondary route, stat pad, but no, they actually went for it, and that was so narrowly intercepted. Unfortunately, not going to hold on to that one, and it will be a 14-3 game into halftime, of course, without our starting quarterback, and we're doing a pretty good job without him. 14-3, pass game definitely is taking a hit, especially the touchdown department, but regardless of the point, he's been, Joe Milton's been fairly, serviceable. Jaguars versus the Jets. We have the Jaguars winning by 4, both 1-1 teams. Obviously, super early in the season to judge anyone at all. And it is going to be now on to another divisional matchup, Vikings versus the Lions. 21-7, the Lions are getting smoked on. Jared Goff, just way too many incompletions. McCarthy, way too efficient, missing 3 throws out of 12, with 3 of the 9 completed throws for touchdowns. Of course, Buffalo versus Los Angeles, close matchup there as well. Buffalo definitely with the slight edge, less turnovers as well. And now for our highlights, which we're definitely a little lackluster in, really lackluster apparently in nature. But still, a win is a great prize on its own. Let's see if we can get it. We will run inside. We already got a little bit of a lead. If we were able to score a touchdown in this drive, I'd feel pretty damn good about our chances of winning. So it doesn't really matter how long it takes to score the touchdown. As long as we win, I feel great about our chances. So let's just get that win. And we're going to get a nice little recovery, but setup from Harper, who does what he can to about the 34-yard line. Nice little return. Harper is basically the undisputed all-time kick returner for us. No matter what, he's just going to be the returner until he's like 400 years old, and offensive line gives up a wide-open blitzer for a loss of 4. Okereke is definitely a problem to be messed with. Can't get the tight end. That's a lot of risk. Thank God Joe Milton just couldn't hit the throw because that was just stupid. You get behind on those downs a little bit with a huge loss on the run, and now you're forcing your backup to come in and make some plays. We're going to try to deliver that quick, and that was almost picked. They're going to call PI here. This might be picked up, though. I was about to say, I didn't think it was going to be PI because, the ball was deflected before he got hit, and it was actually going to be a hold call that will mean nothing, so they will decline it. The punt is going to be deep as possible. Dial, the only guy really getting down here consistently. But I do have to admit, that ball was just straight line to him. Hang time wasn't crazy, and they're going to start with the ball at the 26-yard line. Speaking of number 26, Devin Singletary, he's been playing a little bit better than I've expected. But yeah, for the most part, we are having a pretty good day on the ground defense. He's had a couple of sneak-away plays. He's broken a couple of decent ones free, but for the most part, he really is just a complimentary back, not a starter like New York thinks. You bring in the overload, which I'm not really sure why Gamble's so far away. At least, single high. Why not? Wait, they knew. How did he know? Blitz, and the rookie safety Collins barely got a piece of him. Gain of 2. Could have been a gain of a touchdown. Although I think it was Singletary. Yeah, that's never happening. This is never happening again. Little motion. Do we have to face him? No, it's the strong safety who is nowhere to be found. And Theo is quick. Can he catch him? He will. Needs the help down to the 6. Knew that was a problem. Gamble wouldn't move. Switch him over. Try to move him over a little bit on my own. And he still just wasn't in position. If we didn't move him before that snap, even the slight bit we did, that's a touchdown. I don't know what the idea is behind this, disguising things, but just giving up the wide open player anyways. But I suppose the consolation prize is we did stop them from scoring. They do have to get the touchdown still. Last time we thought it was guaranteed. It wasn't this time. And over there, not going to finish the tackle. Had a chance to make it down to the 1, and that will be a touchdown by Mr. Tutu Atwell to get the Giants their first 7 of the day. Of course, they're going to go for 2. I think we're going to give them the blitz special. We're going to show them it's not easy to score around here. They just got lucky. In the blitz with Trenton, and he gets swarmed inside. Great play. No good on the 2-point conversion. Our ball again. Kind of found ourselves into like almost a passing battle, even though we've wanted to run the ball. There hasn't been any blocks. You can see here, it's a good defensive line. That front 4 is good. They got 2 really good edge rushers, and Dexter Lawrence is arguably the best DT in the game, especially nose tackle type of DT. 96 plus overall. I don't know how many people are beating that. We're going to try the comeback route, and wow, they said it was a bad throw, but I think it was perfect. The ball was even floated into that spot, so, you couldn't really make too many errors. You just had to go up and get it. I like that throw. Perfect patent. Don't know if we're just focusing so many resources on the inside stopping Dexter that there's nothing else, but it's not worked, and here we go. And, of course, the one time something works, and Stevenson makes a big meal out of it, there's going to be a flag to bring it back anyways. Holding penalty on the offense. This is going to come back. It's going to be Connor Williams, the center. Send this back. It's going to be a 2nd and 18, which is not easy to convert, especially with your backup QB. And there goes Douglas, wide open. Perfect floater. Maybe it is. Douglas slips a tackle down to the 24-yard line. Joe Milton having a decent little game. We haven't been able to fully sustain drives, but there's been some big-time plays, and he's delivered when they have had a chance to be delivered. A little bit of time to actually throw for once, and there goes Douglas. Huge play on the slant. Good blocking to give us a little bit more yardage, and slipped off a tackle for even more. This play has always kind of baffled me, so we'll see what happens here. A little motion from the tight end. I don't really trust the tight end to actually get open, but maybe he'll bring the action. Douglas is open. Not a great throw, but he will get about 8. Classic smokescreen throw. Obviously, there's a good chance the guy just drops, but in case he doesn't, we will have to hand it off, and we're going to get the first down there. Nice stiff arms. We have the slant. We have the tight end. I mean, it hasn't been as clean of a throw at times, and obviously not as fast as Drake, but Joe Milton's looked pretty good too. And yes, there have been some pretty ugly drops, so that's beside the point. I think the team's been fair enough. As we're going to have a nice run. Stevenson finally gets some room and trucks his way into the end zone for a score. Second of the day, this time on the ground. Stevenson's having himself a decent day, even if the yards per carry kind of suck. We will regain a 2-possession lead against the New York Giants, who have definitely not gone anywhere. Huge truck. I mean, he just sent the guy flying. Another angle of it. I mean, he just cooks him alive. Just bounces off everybody. Single high. It's a man not bringing a blitz this time around. See if Trenton can't make something happen. Oh, he makes something happen. All right, we got burned. Really good pass rush, though, and the coverage is great. 3rd and 9. Let's bring the blitz of Beasley. I want to be a blitzer. Trying to make a push. Perfectly covered. And he just throws it away again. One of these got to be a little bit of grounding, no? I feel like he had time to throw, and instead it's going to be a punt. But yeah, Joe Milton, the story of the game so far, hasn't been perfect, but every throw that he can hit, he has hit. Maybe doing a little bit too much at times, but it's been more positive than negative. Joe Milton looks like a pretty damn serviceable backup. You can arguably put them away if you score a touchdown on this drive, so let's try and do it. As Stevenson's really not getting the holes that he's used to. He gets 3 there. Got a little play-action crosser going on. Gonna have to throw the block and release, and that's a really good route. Oh, look at the play! Faulkner with a huge juke move. That's a really good throw on the run. I mean, he floats it perfectly. Gets it up high so they can't swat it. Ball's on timing. The perfect throw in, accordance to where he's running. And it's a lot of good things going on that play. And there goes the drag and trying to outrun everybody. Basically gives us like no yards. 2-yarder. We got wheel mesh. We're kind of looking for Faulkner, the main guy here. Said it's going to be a throw to Mr. Polk, who gets us to the 47-yard line. Milton, though, kind of delivering. As that'll end the 3rd quarter. Once again, we talked about it even before this start of the 4th quarter. We get a touchdown, and, it's probably over. 28-9 is going to be tough to come back from. But you never know. I've seen crazier. They actually gave me the stretch play again, and they're just not ready. So unless they get a crazy push, this is another first down in my book. And not even as many yards as I thought we were going to get, which was still, about 7. Got a zig route for Douglas. Pretty good coverage. Yeah, they're good in coverage all the way. As Joe Milton tried to slide, can't get it there. Good 12, 13 yards on the scramble. Had a slight chance at something underneath early, but I just didn't really like it. Deep play action. Like, we're talking deep. And that is going to be intercepted. Please tell me that's not hold. I know where I wanted that ball. It was thrown way too flat. And unfortunately, that is going to be their ball. That is going to be a hold on us. Not a bad throw, just a bad decision. We tried to get that ball over, and we just didn't. Beasley helping on the blitz. Doesn't need to. They gain nothing. Score is still very close, a 12-point game, but at some point, you gotta do something if you're them, especially with this little bit of time left. Really wish we could say the same for Trenton as well. That's a really late hit. I would be flopping hard if that was me. Contacted me with pretty good force, to be honest. Out of bounds is a bit of a decision when you're already losing. Screen pass, we're out there. And that is a dropped pick 6 for Trenton Simpson on a scenario that would have probably not affected him anyways. I think secretly he knew. Secretly he knew that he was never going to get it. Oh, my. And we're not going to catch him. We will catch him down to the 5. That is unbelievable. First and goal from the 5. From the 5-yard line, I mean, they're keeping it in. I mean, they're keeping it lively as Singletary maneuvers pretty well. Gains about 6. We got really good pressure from the edge, but the interior didn't get the same. Once again, that clock is zooming along, but there's still plenty of time. They just need to score. They do need to score. And we tried to deny it, couldn't. And then we add an injury on top of it. I believe that's our safety, Collins. Or it could be Trenton. I can't really tell. Like, he's really in agony there. It looks like Collins to me. He gets kind of, pushed down onto somebody. Is this a go for 2 situation? Apparently not. Let's see if we can get 2 for ourselves, though, with this block. It'd be clutch. Not going to happen. 5 minutes left. It's 21-16. Should have high pointed that, though. I just can't believe that, There goes Harper. Maybe should have bounced all the way left. I just don't like that edge. Edge is really hard to make anything kind of happen because that's usually where they run a gunner really far out. And Collins is a broken collarbone. Jeromepkr is back into the starting lineup. Guy's a bit offside, no? Get back onto your own side, buddy. I'm going to go with the dive play. I really like this look, pre-snap. And I can't believe we are not finishing that block, but a good run by Stevenson. Breaking tackles for the first down. Their defense has been pretty good, especially against the run. And Polk wins. I just don't like that. It's going to be grounding. No, it's not. Do have a receiver in the vicinity. Polk wins it. The problem is when you win that quick on an out, the DB's going to react to it because, they're going to be looking over. And it's just really unfortunate that winning the route actually kind of hurt him. Douglas, he's always our savior. Terrible throw. Still a great catch. Gain 7. Defense has let it slip a little bit. Offense has really done much better. So this is 4-down territory. That's where we're going to throw it just because they have 5. Going to go quick to Stevenson, who will get blasted. Sets it up a little bit on 4th and 1, but still does get blasted, setting them up for a chance to make the stop. We're not going to do anything too fancy. We're just going to run the dive right up the middle. The problem is it is a smaller fullback now, but he does have better trucking. And he easily I wouldn't say easily, but he gets it. First down. And now you're kind of entering that territory where if you waste enough clock, you don't even need to give them a chance with the ball back. So let's try to get a little bit of that going as we can get this down to the 2-minute warning after this play. We will hike it right there. Oh, my. Good job by Stevenson. I really didn't expect that to be happening. I thought we were going to have to get the block, go around him. That's unfortunate, but it could have been worse. And it's so hard not to hike this. This looks so free, but I can't. I can't do it. We got to get that clock moving. We really need about 5 or 6 yards. Feel good about a field goal as well, which would put them in an even tougher spot. I really want to run the stretch, but they are, without a doubt on this, no? Dive looks okay if we actually block Lawrence. He is in the zone, though. And they blocked Lawrence well enough, about 5 yards. They're going to call a timeout. This successful screen pass, if for a first down, would debatably almost win it. So there's nobody on him. Get the lineman out there. Really good job by Stevenson. One to beat. Fighting still. It's 4th and 1. The last fullback dive we did was not 100% successful. It was like it happened. But one little push and it would have been in. Let's see if we get the stop. They will not get the stop. Dunn gets lit up, but he will do just enough to win the game. Just like against Tampa, we will barely hang on to a victory. He gets absolutely walloped, but takes it on the chin. And he will do enough for us to get the first down back-to-back times on this drive. And also the win. I don't know if the math ain't mathin', but they were trying to get us to run the ball. Like, just kneel the ball out and win the game, no? Like, they actually told us to run like a stretch. Like, that's the only way we lose the game is running an actual regular play. But hey, thankfully we smartened up, and we're going to win the game 21-16. Seemingly made the right call. Drake May is, healthier for it. We still end up with the win. We get a little bit more experience for Joe Milton. There's really no losing in that situation outside of an actual loss. I'd love to kick a field goal here, but there's just no point. We just get booed out of a stadium. Probably get punched around a little bit on top of it, but we're going to win the game by 5. It's not the prettiest game. It's not the most extravagant way to win. The highlight plays weren't really even highlight plays, but ultimately we get another win on that column and pave the way for Drake May to be fully healthy next game against another NFC East team. I don't know what the hell's going on around there, but it's like all NFC East. I guess that's just the matchups we got this year. Of course, some of the highlight plays. Joe Milton, learning to take the sack when you need to. Don't just force it in there and live to see another down. Even if you can't live to see another down, at least the punt is probably going to be better yardage than the interception would be. So just play it smart. And that's what we did. Barely hold on to victory. A lot of red zone goal line type of stands, which really helped. And, Joe Milton's going to do just enough. Did throw that pick. Not his fault. Bad decision not to high point. Pass defense was actually pretty good. Run game didn't really exist. 3.4 yards per carry for Stevenson. But then you look at the broken tackles. It's like, oh, he broke 7 tackles and only had 3.4 yards per carry. Yeah, he's being let down by his team, without a doubt. Douglas, super clutch, as always. Faulkner had some big plays. Stevenson, a couple of clutch ones as well, especially with that touchdown. Theo was great for them. Kind of sold he sold it a little bit, but, did all right, I think. I think it sucks that he didn't finish the play for them, but, it's still set it up. Gotta find a way to score. Even if you fall short, getting a huge touchdown is not losing you the game. Sack totals, Beasley with the one for the pressure. Interception, Marquise Bell, who had a pretty damn big game for them. But ultimately a win for the Patriots. Ooh, Ramondre Stevenson with an upgrade point. I'm not even sure what we want to do here. Change direction upgrades would be great. Honestly, there's not really much we physically need. Stiff arm would be great, but his trucking's already goated. Juke and all that. I think he's more likely to lose more elusive stuff. Plus, this is the scheme fit, so we're going to go elusive back. Give me a change of direction. 3 to juke, 1 to spin. That is a great upgrade, though. So I suppose even though we want change direction upgrades, it will be power back next if he has a next in him. 27,000 XP is a lot. But that's nice to have a nice upgrade, especially since it was good. What new injury? Colin's going to be out for a long time with that collarbone. Yeah, 7 weeks, arguably 6, maybe even less if there's a bye week. And then I didn't even pay attention to Trenton's numbers, but I'm pretty damn sure he did not do enough for Superstar. But let's take a look anyways. We set a different goal. Didn't have the game. Yeah. He still got some XP, though. 2,500. That's a nice participation trophy. Damn millennials. But anyways, that's going to be that one for the first part. It is now another, like we said, NFC East team in the Washington Commanders. Might be a little bit better of a team since they, especially since they have Jaden Daniels. Not sure how they've built up the team a little bit, but yeah, another NFC East team. Let's get on the way. Time to take on those Commanders. See if we have any breakouts. We do not. No player of the week or anything either. And it's probably just because we barely made our way into the win column. It was a close call. We actually, felt like we were in control for the most part. And then, we just weren't scoring anymore. And it just bad things started to happen. Look at the players of the week. Albertson, we know that guy kind of well. CJ Stroud, and then Away and Brackens, both with 3 sacks and 8 tackles apiece. Let's take a look at that Commanders roster real quick. Commanders with Jaden Daniels, a little bit of a morale drop. Obviously, they're 0-3, so there's kind of reason for that. His deep accuracy isn't great, but everything else is pretty good. Throw power, short, medium accuracy. Throw on the run, under pressure is decent. Obviously, break sacks great. And then, of course, he can run. He can obviously run. Another team with another slow running back, though, Tyler Algier, and then, ironically enough, they have a backup who's very fast. Now, I get it. Tyler's actually really talented here. You can see that. Really good truck, really good stiff arm, pretty damn high overall. But still, you got to go with the youth. You got to go with the guy that can actually get that home run play, in my opinion. Then we look at wide receiver, where they need some work. Of course, do have a younger number 2 in Ben Kyle. Terry McLaurin at number 1 is regressed super hard. Still definitely able to get open, but yeah, this is, he's a shell of himself, really, just because, maybe not a shell of himself. He's actually pretty damn good still, just not as fast as he once was, I suppose. Then we look at tight end, who has, an 83 speed, 6'5", Schaefer, left tackle, Taylor Moten. This was actually a guy that we tried to sign, if I'm not mistaken, right? Did we? I can't remember, but he's their left tackle. Left guard is Sam Cosme. Center is Callahan, who's a rookie, looking pretty good. Dotson, solid. And then right tackle, Jared Posey. So they actually have some youth on the offensive line. They're actually building that up a little bit. Left end, Rashard Bishop. Really good finesse. Solid block shed. Dorrance Armstrong. He's, kind of balanced similarly, but not as good a finesse. DT Jonathan Allen, once again, another guy that's definitely regressing, but still really solid, probably close to a 90 power move, good block shed. Swain, the left outside linebacker, not very good in coverage, but a good block shedder, so good for the run defense. Antonio Bush, the middle linebacker, fast enough, really good block shed, and also no real coverage either. And then Jamin Davis is still their right outside linebacker, looking very, very athletic, obviously. The best guy in coverage for them. And then as far as cornerbacks go, Sainris still kind of the slot corner is their new number 1. DJ Turner at number 2. And then Renardo Green at 3. A couple of the league's youth, kind of coming into this year, a couple years back, as their starters. So they got a little active in free agency. Carlos Newell, the free safety, very balanced, pretty good athleticism, 6'2", really solid. And then their strong safeties, 5'9", 92 speed, another balanced guy with 82 hit power, kind of giving me like Calvin Pryor vibes. Hopefully lasts a little longer than he did. Eddie Pinheiro, 91 kick power with McIntosh, who only has 88 kick power at punter. I will say, though, the Commanders, even though their points per game don't look super good, their numbers, yardage-wise, actually not bad. So I don't really know what to say about this because they're pretty balanced across the board. It says to defend the outside run. I mean, Algier is so slow. I don't really see how he even gets outside on our players. We're so fast that we could close the gap super quickly. I don't know if I even really agree with that. I'm going to go with short pass because I think that's the type of wide receivers they have. And then, wow, that defense. Okay, this might be the reason why they're 0-3. Their offense points per game don't look super great, obviously, but their defense is basically like dead last in almost everything. They've had 0 takeaways through 3 games. Their sack numbers are okay at 4. But, you can kind of just take your pick on what you want. I think run outside is going to be the best bet. Not the strongest edge, but they do have Jonathan Allen, who can still kind of control the game. Got a few upgrades, mainly to the offensive line. I can't even say mainly, 2 of them to the offensive line. Polk, who he's been okay, but hasn't been, as active as we're used to, gets a really nice upgrade here. A bunch of different route running things. Just sucks that you can't get speed upgrades because that is his only downside. He's amazing everywhere else. 88 speed, though. That's really bad. He's 6'2", so he's not like short, but still, for anyone that's like under 6'4", 6'5", that is pretty rough. I mean, once again, he still gets the job done, but still, it would be so much better if he actually did have that height or the speed. He's, kind of in between on both of those. Well, speed's definitely on the lower side. Trenton Simpson with some pass coverage gets a 2-to-zone, 1-to-man. Catching is always going to be a problem, which I guess now it makes sense why he dropped that pick last game, but what can you do about it? He's locked in. I don't think he can really get many catching upgrades, although you should be able to, right? You kind of get better at catching. Can't really get better at speed without like losing weight or gaining muscle, but even then, he's like peak. Like his body size, you can't really change that too much if you want more speed. It's basically like the max you can do unless you want to play in a different position. As far as Blackwell goes, 3 to finesse blocking. I'm not really interested in the power blocking anymore. It's not really going so well when we go there. Let's just make him a god against finesse type guys. And here we are against the Commanders, 0-3. These are the types of games that we usually drop, right? Games that it's like, oh, that team's really good. This could go either way. We usually do really well against those teams. And then the teams that are, definitely still kind of on the up and coming or maybe on the down, if you will, as some of their best players are kind of regressing, these are the teams that just somehow pull out the win. Of course, Drake May will be the starting quarterback, so we should be fine in that regard. And, let's get underway and try to continue this little win streak. And there you go. Kick deep. Joey Sly. Didn't really get that deep, I will admit, though, as we'll bring him down just before the 30-yard line. And there goes Jaden Daniels. Well, 0-3. The offense statistically doesn't look too bad. Scoring does, though. And 4 interceptions is not going to really help you out. 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. That is a lot of turnovers. You got to at least put up some touchdowns if you're going to be turning the ball over like us, Still, I don't get it. Maybe Algier is going to show us why he's the starter. I don't get it. Why is he the starter? And he's going to throw on the run, and our guy's going to get lost. Fortunately, Warmack in great coverage, but just looked around at the worst time. And now, the replacement safety for our long, now about to be injured Collins is injured. Jabril Peppers now getting looked at. Nick Cross is going to come in. Obviously, we are one of the deepest teams in the league at safety, thankfully, but still, I mean, how many more can you go? Shoulder strain should be fine, but Not going to risk it. Collins going to be out for a while, so you got to make sure we're as healthy as possible at that line, at that safety position, and that is going to be a quick little throw to the outside, Terry McLaurin. And unfortunately, there's no way for me to, like, match up properly, like, maybe size on size, but, I mean, even then, it's just going to be a little awkward. Is over the middle, drop by their tight end. We can relate for our linebackers, which is basically the defensive tight end, sort of. Can't believe he just dropped that. That was at least a first down. We were coming across to try and, you know, stop him from gaining more, but I think he at least gets the first down there, no? And there's going to be a rush from Uche. About time we get in there. And finally, the base breaks free. I would love to see this back on what happened. Was it just a good move, or was he just untouched? Of course, they won't show it because they know there's some issues up front there. Yeah, those are just straight up good pass rush moves. I mean, they both got off with a finesse move, and we're both there. You're going to be running some simple man coverage. Should be able to make a stop here. Really good coverage. Jaden Daniels could run, and I think he would have gotten grabbed by Ojulari before he could take off, but we were coming up just in case. Probably should have ran anyways. If he would have got out of there, maybe could have set up a field goal or even a better penning punt. With this distance on the punt, there's a chance we could return it. Or not. That ball is side-footed to the 25. It's just not good. But Drake May, who basically had 2 games off, if you will, is going to come out there and hopefully look not rusty. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not a great start, but he did have a bunch of rushing touchdowns, so you can't really, just completely look at the passing stuff. But at the same time, any quarterback rushing touchdown could have been a running back rushing touchdown, so we're not going to also put that much stock into them as Stevenson falls forward for 7. Stevenson last week, definitely not his best work, but still did have a bunch of broken tackles, so what that is telling me is that it wasn't him, just like Shaggy. But yeah, it just wasn't him. It was bad blocking lanes and nowhere to go. We're going to throw it out to Stevenson, try to make up for lost time. No, it's a passing play, but still yards are yards. I'm going to run a post with Polk. I actually like this. Oh my god, I don't like the fact that they have a free rusher. Okay. Just about to throw that drag to Patton, and Bush comes in untouched. Can't leave your Bush untouched. It's not the 70s. We got a corner route for Patton, which is, it's a bit of a long throw, but you also have Polk on that deep in. They have double coverage on that. And we're just not going to have the freaking angle on it. It's going to be a throwaway punt. That was good defense, though. They actually pass rushed us pretty quick. Well, hey. I hate when that happens. He's wide open. We recovered, though. Great recovery, actually. And we miss hard on that in cut from the tight end who dropped. No, it's actually the wide receiver who dropped it. Was it McCaffrey that dropped it before? Okay. Maybe I think it was this number 82 guy. I don't know who it was, but yeah, it was a really bad drop. Not that it matters because they're back. Oh, Uche, if it was a keeper. Still got a great job. That's once again. Don't start Tyler Algier. It's just too slow. The fact that Uche got in on that tackle for a loss, mind you, is ridiculous. Like, that is just not NFL speed. And speaking of NFL speed, Beasley over there to help make this a 3rd and 2. We're going to be bringing Gamble as well. We're taking a gamble. I trust our corners. Oh, that's a good fake out. I did not expect that. Multiple times they had kind of looks, and they always handed it off, even when Daniels looked like he could have kept it. So that threw me way off. That is unfortunate. He had a chance. We had a chance to make that stop, and I got caught looking inside. Running back is kind of open, but so is the tight end. Linebackers are kind of get beat pretty hard here so far. Maybe it's not all about speed. Deep look. And there you go. Ojulari with the sack. They kind of over-pursued the other side because of the blitz and kind of left Ojulari one-on-one against the left tackle, and he takes advantage. There you go. Nice play. Could not have shed off that block at a better time. He was about to take off, I think. Ending the first quarter pretty much, sitting on that linebacker. Oh my, what is Gonzalez doing? A gain of 10, 3rd and 9 now, but he could have had him for half of that. Bring cross up. And switch me the wrong guy, and that guy's wide open. Huge hit, though. No fumble. I don't even know who just had that. Was that the guy that should be starting, the speed guy? I don't even think Algier gets that first down if it's him. That's how freaking slow he is. I might have pulled the wrong person down. Maybe Gamble or whoever the hell it was. Nick Cross, I think it was supposed to drop. And we're out there with Dial. We over pursue. That will be a hold potentially. That's going to be coming back right before the start of the second quarter. Huge. Or legal block in the back, was it? Legal block in the back on an inside zone is really rare, but whatever happens, happens. 0-0, another low-scoring one. But the big problem is the Commanders are kind of controlling the clock. Of course, their defense has been good. Their pass rush has been really good. The coverage has been solid, but it's really them holding the possession, having a lot of time of possession that's really causing this. Manned up. Jeromepkr, we're going to pretend like we're not going, but we are. Well, now, he took too long to hike it. Oh, my God, we should have been there sooner. All right, Algiers a little faster than I thought he was. It is kind of crazy, the speed burst he had there, though. Like, he just gunned it. Oh, there's their guy we were talking about. Good job by us. He still gains 3, though. Or is it even the guy? I thought the guy we were talking about was, like, named Nance or something. I don't know, but here it is, 3rd and 3 from the 6. Huge opportunity, at least holding only 3. Bringing the heat! We get there with Cross and company! That's the dangers of, blocking too many guys with a blitz, is that there's no one to have to go out for the coverage, and we can just gun it. We brought the whole damn defense. And we still have pretty good coverage. Trying to go for the block with Booth. Not going to get it. Commanders going to score their first points, but it's only going to be 3. We can manage 3. Harper on the return. He's getting closer and closer as the weeks go by. This is not going to be one of those cases, though. Can't call it the rustiness of Drake May either. It's just the rustiness of the receivers not getting damn open. Going to leave Stevenson open. I'm going to take the cleanest, easiest route I can get. Oh, look at the truck he just got. Buried him. Oh, Polk wins the matchup. Takes the shot. It's a dot. Polk down the sideline will score. I was wondering when, just because he's not fast, he was going to get one of those release beats off the line for those press plays, and he got it. It ain't all about speed. We're seeing it firsthand on defense, and now with Polk on offense on the go route, I don't know how the safety doesn't see it. I think the safety just, there's not a whole lot of tape of Polk just winning down the sideline so easily that he just didn't even think about it. He didn't even think that was a possibility. Not bad, though. Got a huge touchdown. Get on the board. That'll help the motivation a little bit. Not even the motivation, the momentum. Still sucks that we didn't get Trenton's freaking dev up. Oh, come on. Jeromepkr's having a terrible game so far. Huge hit. First down, Commanders. Don't get me wrong, man coverage for a linebacker, no matter who the hell you are, is going to be pretty tough. Pretty much got to be Fred Warner. Oh, wow. Wide open over the middle. Was that a one-hander? I don't like that he dropped. I don't know if that was the guy, but somebody dropped a wide open pass, and then somebody's catching a one-hander here. Schaefer. Okay, dude. Like, hello? You can't be making it look that easy. We're at the freaking professional level. You're making everyone else look bad. Could be a backup carry here with Green. It will be a fake out on the... that could be picked. Wow, thankfully it was a running back. I think that's a receiver. That's caught. I don't know where Cross was, but Cross was like off the field. Barely got back in time. I thought that was going to be freaking touchdown. We're in perfect coverage on that out. Algiers in the game like maybe 6 or 7. All right, got the blitz coming. Oh, no. Okay. You going to get them? Oh, it's going to be dropped by Trenton again. Those hands are a problem. I didn't think that was going to be a problem. It is. It is really bad. And then, of course, Uche has a torn labrum. Oh, my. These injuries are piling. That's brutal. It's rough. Can't get there with Booth. It'll be, a 1-point game after the field goal. The defense is losing bodies. Thankfully, we have Mack and Osai, but still. Stevenson, not where his numbers normally would be, but as far as, just the numbers in the grand scheme of things, they're obviously pretty good still. They're still kind of pressing on Polk. If he's open, and he overthrows him. I hate that, because it's too far of a throw, left or right, it's going to be badly thrown. Like, why? Give me a reason why. Comeback route for Patton. I'm going to take Douglas. I don't really have much time to throw, and Stevenson does a really good job. Can't believe Douglas didn't get the first down there, though. I don't think we're in super desperation mode just yet where we need the full mad dive, but we will stretch. Maybe we do. Nope, we don't. Okay, that was a whole lot of effort and scariness for Stevenson to get the same yards he would have had if he just didn't fight again. Oh, my, please. Yeah, I'm going to need you not to do that next time, Stevenson. I know every play is a freaking touchdown for you. And it's a terrible throw. Oh, my Lord, it came off his foot. Patton almost caught it. It sucks when you're kind of fading back on those throw on the runs. That's when they get kind of ugly like that. I really wanted to take that. We're, forced to run a lot. There you go. See what I mean, though? you get to step into the throw on the run, and it's a better throw. The blitz was actually picked up pretty well, but, you know, I'm always going to be cautious. Throw out there, Douglas. Ooh, 4th and 1. I think you got to go for it. Do you trust Stevenson? Yes. Do you trust the blocking? I don't know. I'm going to trust it. One to beat. Oh, wow! One-on-one against a pretty novice linebacker, and Stevenson doesn't bury him, and it's a turnover on downs. I mean, if that's the matchup I'm going to get, I'm doing that 100 times out of 100, and I can't believe he didn't bury him. I thought that was a perfectly timed truck and everything, and he just lost. I mean, if the Commanders win this game, that's debatably the player of the week. Like, you know, that's like, I don't want to, like, you know, talk about all-time greats. That's like the Okoye tackle almost. Like, it's crazy. I mean, Stevenson rarely goes backwards at all, you know, especially in a situation like that where, you know, it's level playing field. Both sides are, you know, kind of with a little momentum. I'm genuinely surprised he didn't, you know, get the job done there. That's a wide open drag. Doesn't see it, though, and that will be grounding, I think. It's going to be holding, which is worse than grounding for us, because obviously if we want this, we have to accept it. I think to get him out of field goal range is the smart call, but at the same time, it gives them an extra down if they're successful to maybe turn this into a touchdown drive. And we do force the drop of McLaurin, so far looking pretty smart. You bring in a little bit of heat, get them up a little bit in case this is kind of like a go. Oh, I thought that was actually going to be caught. And there goes the blitz. It worked out to perfection. They're actually going to punt instead of having a field goal or a touchdown. At our own 15 with limited time, I'd like to open this up with a screen, see if we can do something with that. Oh, they're on that. Oh, my. Yeah, that was bad. That was a hospital pass. Now we're looking at the corner routes. I mean, they're really, like, they know what they're doing here. Yeah, we're going to get sacked. Didn't really like any of those looks. Thankfully, nope, I was about to say, thankfully they're calling timeout, not calling timeouts. Nope, they are. They know what they've got. That's not good. I don't know if wasting that extra timeout's going to matter too much, but I'll run it. Ooh, there was a chance to break that away. We're playing pretty badly on offense right now. Yeah, after that one, totally the smart decision to run the ball. With no timeouts, we'll see what happens. Perfect cut. And we can't bring him down. I think that was Nick Cross's job. I don't know what's going on there. I would love to see this. It was cover 2, so it was Cross's job. I get it, Cross is kind of like, you know, we're trying to sell this as like not cover 2. Cross is, you know, moving over there, and he's just, I get it. He is kind of stuck in two minds here because I don't think Warmack is there. Like a perfectly thrown ball left of Warmack gets completed probably, or if he holds it a little longer, he just gets outrun. But Cross got to go to the open man. Like, you can't defend that guy when the other guy's wide open. I mean, I'm under the impression that, you know, they're not going to go for the shot in the first play. You know, it's going to be hard to do that most of the time, as Stevenson is just going backwards more. He's now 6 for 5, I believe. I mean, that's horrible. There's no point in throwing the ball here. We're just going to go into halftime with this bad deficit. All right, Stevenson's at least going to, you know, make it interesting. With 2 timeouts, I think you call 1. You know, you're in a range where you get a nice 20-yard completion, maybe. Maybe something happens. And we're in trouble. Never mind, sack. Oh, man, this has been a tough one. Commanders have been swarming. Their defense has been great in coverage more than anything. 13-7, and we're looking horrible. Really, this Commanders defense is looking unbelievable. Our defense is pretty good, too, but their defense is even better. And, of course, losing Uche has kind of killed our pass rush game a bit. 13-7. Commanders with ball, or not with ball, but with the lead. Going to be kicking the ball off to us, so we're technically right where we started in a way, assuming we can score touchdowns. Miami versus Cleveland. We have Miami, who did actually win last week, it seems, losing by 3 against the Browns. Not really noticing. Some of those names aren't really like household names. We obviously know Ford, but Jets versus Eagles. You have the Eagles winning handily here. Looking efficient. Saquon doesn't really looking that great there, but just not enough volume to really judge that. Brees looking pretty good, actually, to be fair. Kansas City versus Dallas. Pretty big matchup here. You never know. One of those matchups that could be a Super Bowl type matchup, but not if we have anything to say about it. Of course, Dallas still kind of struggling. 17-9, 1-2 on the year. Dak's not looking that good. But here are, some of the highlights. Jaden Daniels on that 3rd and 2, getting that read option keeper to go quite a bit. But yeah, there really wasn't many highlights in this game. Here goes the deep kick. Harper gets a decent set of blocks, actually. Going to cut that back inside and turn it into a really nice return to the 39. I don't think there was a better way to run it back than that. Of course, looking at Stevenson, I mean, this is going to be just us getting smoked, isn't it? Yeah, that was a huge play in the game. That is absolutely the biggest play of the game right there. No conversion, short field for them. I mean, I don't know what happened there. Not going to give up on the ground game, but at the same time, when they got this many players up, if we win our initial lineup, though, it could be 1-on-1 against the safety. And we don't really, but there was a chance. Good move, but Davis very fast. Gain of 3, though. There was an opportunity there. Got the pulling play there. Stevenson fighting his way through for the first down. There we go. A little bit of blocking, a little bit of running. About time we had something to work with. The cross play really hasn't been there because we just haven't been able to get out on the play. So it's going to be a quick throw to Faulkner, who will bury a guy for 6 feet down. I want to go for the shot here, but I don't know what's going to happen with Faulkner. Let's see it. Faulkner wide open. Got to take that. Polk might have gotten open, but when someone is open, I got to take it. Got the stretch look. Left side looks pretty good, so I'm going to go left. And once again, man, the defensive line. I mean, as soon as that ball was snapped, it was very favorable for us. Of course, they're like doubling Patton here. Maybe not. They try to fake us out. We double fake him, and there goes Patton with the breaking. Oh, my God, the spin move as well. The broken ankles and the spin. He is very elusive. Nice moves for a big dude. I mean, look at him go there. Barely getting that ball off. Drake May knowing he's going to get hit, but doesn't actually get taken down. Juke move into a spin move down to the 7. I mean, look at these moves. Huge juke. Put him right on the ground, and then they're not going to show the spin, but it was filthy too. Nearing the halfway point of the third quarter, down by 6. Got to find our way into the end zone here. Stevenson fights really hard for 4. With a quick look on stick. And that's a wide open touchdown. Patton finishes what he started, and we will have the game-tying touchdown on our way, hopefully, to a lead with the extra point. Good blocking. Great wide open route. I mean, it wasn't even close. He was naked. That was just so easy. Good play. Terry McLaurin, 2 receptions on 3 targets, 60 yards and a touchdown. I mean, good things happen when you go to Scary Terry. Not that fast anymore, but once again, just like Polk, the 2 guys with the biggest plays on the game for their respective sides. So it's all about technique. Technique does matter as we are going to get absolutely oh, wow. Why am I just eating my words all day long? Don't start Algier. He sucks. He's too slow. And then he just makes some crazy cutback to gain 9.5. Wish I could gain 9.5. Warmack trying to get in there. Beasley. Oh my! Look at the stiff arm. That stiff arm was filthy. I don't want to talk about it. Huge play. Gonna be running the press. Is that Jahan Dotson? Yes, that's not good either. Beasley. Yeah, I was about to say that's not good either. Good motion. It's so stupid that the guys just like get stuck. Like, I don't care, dude. Just follow him. It's man. I don't even know who that is. Kyle? Who? Either way, first down for the Commanders to the 34-yard line. As long as they don't turn the ball over, this will be a nice play by Warmack, but will be a lead-changing drive again. But if we can hold them to a field goal, we might be able to build a little bit of a lead that actually can't be gained back. You know what I mean? The outside. Oh. Gonzalez was in good coverage. Wasn't getting handsy, but he wasn't looking. So, if that ball would have maybe caused the receiver to come back towards him a little bit more, that would have been PI. So, just be glad that we didn't get penalized. Gamble coming up. Supposed to be deep safety. Trying to get our hand up there. And that's the speed of the linebackers for you. Daniels, really good job surveying the field and then running at the right time. But Beasley's all over it because he's just as fast as Jaden. So, if you have a guy like Jelani Tavai there because, maybe Beasley's somewhere else playing someone a little faster and, Warmack can't cover it, that's probably, a first down, maybe more. I know Jelani's taking, catching strays that he doesn't deserve anymore. He's not here, but still just kind of explaining that one a little bit. 16-14, field goal regains the lead for us as well. But a touchdown could really extend this thing a little bit. Touchdown, then they go for a field goal because they're like, we can get the stop, and then another touchdown wins you it, Let's go with Bolden on the return. He's been pretty good this year, too, as Bolden's going to get a lot of yards. Couldn't really cut it inside too much. Want as many yards as possible, so I just kept the momentum. Got Patton on that curl route. Let's see what we're looking at. They're going to leave Douglas wide open for a massive hit, but a massive 9 yards. Go back to the stretch. Audible back to a power play, though. I don't want to go far out. I just kind of want to go that way. Stevenson should have done enough for a first. Does. Nothing's guaranteed these days, so give me my first down so I can try again the next set of downs. Trap play, and Stevenson does a pretty good job to get through there, kind of getting leg tackled. Trying to hammer this run game in, and it's just they're not allowing us to gain much ground. There you go. There's some room. There we go. Now it's starting to open up a little bit to the 36. Massive first down. Not really a fan of back-to-back weeks of, under 4 yards per carry, it seems. Patton, what a play. Would love to get his hands on the ball a little bit more, but it's usually like Douglas or Polk. Gonna go for a little bit of a shot play here if we can. And there, yeah, I just knew it. No time to throw, but more importantly, just the receiver's taking way too long to get open. Well, the play action's dead today. Even with a little bit of run game, it's not working. Quick throw to Polk. I mean, they left him wide open. We're going to get a lot of yards on that. It's like they sold us on the idea that they weren't covering it, but they also didn't really follow through with that. Another quick throw to Polk. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. You see that every once in a while, time after time in the league, where it's just like, what are you doing? You can't just line up across to someone and expect them not to get thrown to. You got to follow through a little bit. And this time we're not going to have the time to actually throw it to Polk. It would have been another similar type play. They got in there instantly. I would really prefer us to not get a field goal. I want a touchdown. Tight end? I don't know what the hell the tight end's doing, but it's not a good throw by May either. Like, he played it like he was actually jump scared by it. Was he not? Like, he's like, oh! He like, jumped out of the way. And it's a terrible throw by Drake. Oh, my God. Well, it's going to be a field goal with 6 minutes left. They're like, our plans have worked perfectly. Our turn to score a touchdown and extend a lead a little bit more than just a few points. Well, we got 5 wide here. All right, let's see what we got. It's a tough assignment. Yeah, they're going to switch me to the wrong guy. Terrible hit, but he did kind of knock him down. Didn't square him up enough, He knocked him down, but it was more of a, like, he kind of caught him off balance rather than actually had the force to take him away. And, wow, Khalil Mack didn't finish the job, but he was moving bodies around. Damn, dude, Khalil Mack had a crazy play there. Just couldn't finish it. And that's a blitz. Wow. Oh, that's a touchdown. Dial's pretty fast, though. And good teamwork to at least stop him down to the 1. Jaden Daniels delivering in the face of pressure. I mean, I need more bodies up. This is terrible. He's got all day to throw in a blitz. That's crazy that we couldn't get in there with a blitz. We had at least 5, maybe 6. Commander scored a touchdown. And they're going to go for 2 on top of it. I don't even know if we can score a touchdown, honestly. I don't know if another touchdown will actually happen for us this game. Careful of that run. Press inside look. And we should be in pretty good coverage here, and we are. There we go. At least we got the stop on the 2-point. Touchdown would give us the lead. And then going for the 2-point would give us a 3-point lead. First got to actually score the touchdown, though. Maybe Harper can just do it right on this play. Pretty good blocking, actually. Nice cut inside. Gets us right back to that 39-yard line, which we've been very consistent with. The clock means nothing. Whatever play we think is going to get us the score, that's what we run. And that's it. I can't believe Jamin got that. I don't know how you want to throw that ball if it's open there. Are you just saying that anyone 10 yards underneath the receiver can get up there for the ball? Like, I don't know what you want me to do there. I also don't know what the hell our left tackle's doing. All right, reliant completely on that screen pass. I really do like that out, though, from... am I really going to run a whole play just based on one look from Douglas? I guess I am. Wide open drag. It's a bit of an underthrow, but it will get there. Polk, huge play to 41. I suppose with that like pre-snap beat, it is smart to run that play, right? Because if the out's open, then he's open. If he's not open, then something like that happens where obviously somebody left him wide open on the inside. We're going to try to take off, and there's nowhere to go. Look at Drake May, though! But he fumbles! There's nothing I could have done. And then, wait, why are we going for the strip? Good job, Stevenson, to get blocked. Douglas, one-on-one, tackles him, but that's to the 26. I couldn't slide. At that point, he was going to catch me from behind. I was hoping I was going to get enough space to be able to get away enough to slide. Because if someone's on you, even from behind when you're trying to slide, they get the tackle. And it's crazy. Please tell me he was somehow down. And he wasn't. Wow, okay. Well, got to get us field goal stop, otherwise they win. And that's a really good start to the 12. Of course, Drake May, huge play, and then has to fumble. Those are the rules. Them's the rules. Oh, there goes the read option. Trenton with a terrible decision. Why would you go inside? Good job by, I don't even know who it was. Beasley, probably the only linebacker that's actually good on this team, it seems. Got to get a stop. I mean, the touchdown here loses the game pretty much. Good quick throw to the outside. Can't break the tackle. Beasley, another good job. Loss of 2. 2-minute warning. If there's any play that you're running here that isn't mid, I don't know who you are. I don't even know if you're human. And that's going to be picked! Saw it coming across! Gamble, huge! Undercutting it last second. That man can catch. Even though last year he dropped one pretty badly. Oh, wow, what a game saver. Quintel Gamble. Should have got the star last year, didn't. I saw that drag get wide open. I could have easily came in for the blitz, but I was like, you know what? We got 6. If they can't get in, it's just doomed. You gotta win, dude. And we're going to barely get that ball off. I mean, I don't know who to blame. I don't think it's the offensive line. I think the receivers are just taking a little long to get their guys, you know, open. And there's a great throw to Polk, who get a lot of yards at 37. And then on top of it, the clock's going to stop because one of their guys is injured. No faking injuries around here. That is a crazy recovery by their linebacker. Jamin Davis has been insane. He's been genuinely ridiculous all game long. That's what I want our linebackers to be, which is ironic because Jamin's not even that good. Out there on the screen pass. Stevenson, nice stiff arm. Figured get out of bounds, stop the clock, but also, you know, fight our way as hard as possible to that out of bounds line. I think that was about the perfect type of result. Wide open Stevenson again. This time, you know, catches it cleanly. Stiff arm once again. Could have maybe played a little more risky, but prefer to keep those timeouts if I can, especially just in case a mistake happens. We get one more chance to maybe make a stop. Douglas wide open. Almost got taken down by Polk, who thought it was for him. Don't know how you could think it was. I mean, if you actually did think it was for him, then you really don't feel very confident in Drake May's throwing. Wide open Polk. Speaking of, there's the man. All right, down to the 4. Now we want that clock to go a bit. We probably won't hike the ball until 30 seconds is... Wow, okay, don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about that. That ball just... That 30 seconds is gone if it's a blitz. And we would have had Polk, but thankfully the ball didn't just kind of hang up there. All right, looking at that run look. I mean, I guess I'll go left. And Stevenson breaks it, but I mean, that DT2 has just killed us all game long. Our guard is way better than him, and yet he has just not won that matchup at all. He's just gotten beat all day long. It's been insane. Drake May's wide open. There we go. Drake May for the touchdown with only 15 seconds remaining. We're going to go for 2, but it's going to be a run because I do not want to throw a pick 6, pick 2, whatever the hell you want to call it. If we get it, we get it. We don't, we don't. Stevenson really only could go one way and unfortunately couldn't get in there. I went to injured as well. My God, this guy. How is this match this, like, tough, this close? Their defense has been unbelievable. Playing a little bit deep with Marte Mapu. They lose 5 yards and 5 seconds in the same kind of go. They're not quite in Hail Mary, but they really should be. I was going to try to set something up for 20 and then go. I'm sitting, you know, 3-man deep every day of the week. Huge hit. Does get about that, you know, 20 yards. So if Jaden's got the arm, they will have a chance. Khalil Mack just kill this play before it ever gets off. That ball is going to get pretty close. Oh my God, it went off the hands of that guy that I don't remember the name of. How are we not knocking the ball down? Every single Hail Mary, the ball goes straight up after a deflection. That should have been a touchdown. That should have been the game winner. But we hold on. Drake May comes back from injury. Not looking super sharp, but a lot of that is, you know, the offensive line kind of just struggling. A lot of sacks in this game. We got killed all game long. Barely able to hold on for that victory. A 1-point victory. It was just that type of game, unfortunately. But we're in the win column, and that's really all we can ask for. A lot of drop picks as well. Trenton had 2 in one game, I'm pretty sure, so that's really unfortunate. We didn't throw a pick. Had a couple of pick-worthy plays, but they were against linebackers that are just barely getting there, as, the receiver was, so it was kind of like a 50-50 ball. Stevenson was not good, but once again had the 5 broken tackles, which tells you the blocking has been terrible. Polk, unbelievable. Douglas had some moments. Stevenson had a couple of plays. Patton, 25 yards and a touchdown. That one huge, bubble type of play was pretty nice. Awenu got cooked alive. Pass rush, 1 sack for Swain, Dial, Ojulari, Bush, Uche, Cross, and a couple of halves for everyone else. Gamble with the game-saving interception, and we win the game barely. But another injury is added to the list. Uche, who's been injured like half of this series, 4 weeks out, technically 3. The defense keeps getting worse, keeps getting more injured. But we do win. The other thing, the but, going against the Texans and the Ravens next. Those are 2 tough opponents. They're going to have some pretty damn good offenses and not too shabby defenses. And this could be where the kind of win streak ends, or we go 6-0. We'll see what happens. Obviously, glad to avoid any offensive injuries, but still yet another defensive injury. 1 a game would be devastating. But so far, it's kind of been the case almost. Regardless, if you guys enjoy this one, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate getting support on the channel. Really can't believe the Commanders just did that. They almost won. It was a 1-point game against a winless team. Those are the type of games we get into. It's just so unfortunate. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for the next video, which should be a rebuild of some sort tomorrow for the Gobbler. But until next video, see ya. And once again, shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. We're nearing the the December start of that exclusive rebuild per month for members only. So if you guys want to not miss out on that, maybe click the join button, which is next to the subscribe button. I don't know how much we'll expand on exclusive content, because like I said, I don't really want to do the whole paywall thing, but at the same time, I also want to make it worthwhile for members. And yeah, that's basically it. Regardless if you're a member or not, appreciate you watching, and hope you have a good Thanksgiving if you're celebrating, and if it's even the country that you're in celebrating. I know other countries have their Thanksgiving, but, it's like kind of Canada. It's been a while back now, but yeah, take care. See ya.